Hello YouTube and welcome to the Canadian Edge. Time to look at another knife today. Time for a review. If you've been liking these reviews, please hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. The knife on the table today, is from Bestech. And this is the Bestech Fin. And the fin has a blade length of 3.625 inches. Open, it is 8.25 inches, so nice big knife. And closed, we got 4.75 inches. The steel on this is a Sandvik 14C28N, and it is a dagger style blade shape to it. The weight on it is 4.69 ounces, so a little bit of weight. It doesn't feel weighty necessarily in your hand, but a little heavier than some of the knives out there. The handle is a G10, and hopefully you can see the texturing on there, and of course the Bestech logo on the pivot cap. The liners are a stainless steel liners, and I don't know if we can see it or not. They are skeletonized to reduce the weight a little bit. The pocket clip on this, it is a right hand tip up deep carry. So unfortunately it is set up only for right hand carry, but can still be used ambidextrously. You just have to carry it without the pocket clip moving. Sorry, lefties. And it is a liner lock as well. And they put a nice little bevel on the liner lock, and it's easy to work, which I like, because I have some of the other knives I have quite a stiff liner lock, and it gets tiresome opening it or unlocking it when they don't work as smoothly as one like this. It is a flipper opening as well, and it has a nice smooth pivot on it. It has a ball bearing pivot, so it works very nicely and smoothly, and has a good little snap to it, fires well. Has a lanyard hole on it for those of you who like lanyards, and jimping for those of you like me who like jimping, so that you have different areas that you can get a grip on these things. So jimping on the blade, although it's more back in the bolster area and across the back of the handle. It does have a slight finger choil or sharpening choil there that you can use. You want to be careful though, because it is right up against the cutting edge of the blade, so it would be easy to cut yourself with that as well. And it has the nice fuller on both sides of the blade, which helps with the aesthetics, and also on the handle as well, to mimic or mirror what's happening on the blade there. And nice thing, there is no blade play. It sits nice and solid in there, and it lines up very well. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it lines up right down the middle. So that's out of the box. I do, even on knives like this that are smooth out of the box opening and that, I throw some Benchmade pivot lube on them and just keep them working good. But out of the box it worked pretty decent. You didn't really need to do that. So size comparison. Let's take a look at just how big this knife is. I got the Ontario Knife Company Rat 2, the OKC 2, so you can see it is a fair bit bigger, at least 1.5 inches. And we've got the Benchmade bug out, and it is bigger than that. Got a lot of blacked out knives here, I've noticed all of a sudden. And we will do just a couple more knives. Got the, oops, sorry. Oh, come on, what's going on with that? See what happens when you don't practice with the knives. So we got the Tenacious Spyderco, and you can see it is bigger than that. And also one of my favorites that I've been carrying around, the Cogent by Civivi. And it is slightly bigger than the Cogent as well. So it's a good size knife. If you are a person who likes bigger knives, you would definitely appreciate this knife. And for those of you with bigger hands, you can see I have a medium-sized hand. You got lots of room. I have an extra finger length on there, depending on how I hold on to the knife. So yeah, you guys with bigger hands, you would appreciate a knife like this. It would definitely fit your hands well. How about sharpness? Do we have a sharp knife? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it trims paper very well. Get that out of the way. And I'll grab these guys here. Everybody knows my favorite, a good old zip tie. Now this has a sweeping blade on it, so it, oh yeah, cuts through that without any trouble at all. How about our cord here? Nylon cord goes through that very easily. And our pretend paracord goes through that, no problem. So the 14C28N is the higher grade budget steel, if you will. It holds an edge fairly decently and easy to sharpen. That's a nice thing, but it will retain an edge for a good length of time as well. The aesthetics, what do I like on this? I love the aesthetics on this knife. It's just a really neat looking knife. The first time I saw it, I thought, man, I like that. I need to check that out. And so, yes, really like the aesthetics, like the fuller, or like the dagger blade style. Of course, it's only sharpened on one side. Forgot to mention that, but you probably figured that out from looking at it. And I like that they put the fuller in the handle as well. I don't know, it just gives it a kind of a unique look. And I really like the texturing on the handle. It works for me. It's just a good look. And the handle's a bit smooth, but it's still, you get a good grip. The ergonomics on this knife, they are good. The way they've designed the knife, you've got the forward push. I appreciate the jimping. It just gives you that extra little grip and makes your thumb a little bit more secure. And so I like the ergonomics on it. Love the smooth pivot. It's not quite drop close, but doesn't take a lot of effort to close it, as you can see. So yes, it works well there. Nice pivot on it, and like I say, the grip on it, it is good, although a little smooth. But you do, with the jimping that they put in the different areas, you do get a bit of a good grip on it. So that's nice. And your pivot, your flipper tab acts as a bit of a finger guard as well, just to give you that extra extra grip. And it does fit the pocket well, although it is a bulkier knife, so you do notice it, but because of the smooth lines and that, it fits pretty well in the pocket considering the size of it. So that's kind of a mixed for me, is that because it is a bigger knife, it is a bit bulkier in the pocket. Definitely not a deal breaker by any stretch of the imagination, because it doesn't feel as big of a knife as it is. So it fits the pocket pretty decently. And one of the things that I'm not happy about, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you'd know, is the elevated pocket clip screws and the pocket clip itself. I like to see those flush, just because it is a bit of a less wear and tear, especially with a shorter pocket clip. It just means a little less wear and tear on your pocket. But again, not a deal breaker. It's just what it is. So a lot of companies still have the elevated pocket clip and screws. So I guess I may as well just get over it and not worry about it. But it is a pet peeve of mine. But that's about the only thing on this knife I dislike. I really like how it feels in the hand. Feels good. You get that good grip. You can do things with it, and you know, this would work as an everyday carry knife. I don't use it as an everyday carry. I did carry it for a couple weeks there, and it worked well as an everyday carry. Just because of the look of the knife, I would probably use it personally for more of a, you know, going out type of knife, just because it's a little more conversation piece. If you were to pull this out and other people saw it, and that, they would it would definitely attract their attention. It does have a bit of a wow factor to it. So I'm going to use it personally more for like just a occasional carry if I'm going out for dinner or something like that. If I don't want to carry one of my other knives, I'll carry that one. But like I say, it definitely would, if somebody wanted it for an everyday carry, it would function as an everyday carry knife. No problem. So yes, that is the Bestech Fin. Check them out. They are readily available in a lot of sporting goods stores. And they're actually not that pricey. I think this was 55-ish Canadian. So not that much when you consider maybe 60 bucks Canadian. But it feels like a decent knife, and it feels like something that's going to last for a while. So it's not a huge expense when you get a good knife, and I really like it. So Bestech Fin, check them out. Thank you for joining me. I'll be doing another review in a couple days. Hope you enjoyed this review. Until we meet again, you stay safe and stay sharp.